Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to apologize about not posting a video last Friday. I had a lot going on last week. I'll get into that later, but I was just really busy and I really did not have time to sit down and film a video. I did have a little bit of time to make a quick video and I was gonna do one about the topic I'm making today. But I don't like to half-ass videos for you guys. I like to make sure I have enough time to record and mention everything I want to talk about, and then I have enough time to edit and make everything look as best as possible. I'm trying to work on the editing. I know it's not the best, but I'm working on it. Anyway, let's get into today's video. Today, I just want to make this video as short as possible. I feel like I say that every video and I keep rambling on and like the video ends up being 20 minutes long. I'm not going to do that to you today. But I just want to talk about living your truth and following your dreams. A lot of the times as we get older, we are told by outside voices, whether that be family, friends, or society in general, to go after your dreams. But what they really mean is start making money. Start making some sort of money and develop a savings and a 401k. By the time you hit 30, you got to have some investments made, or you got to have at least a savings account. It's just a lot of pressure that they talk about when you get into your 30s. And I'm not even 30 yet. I'll be 28 in 2 weeks, but I'm not 30 yet. But still, the reason I'm getting on here to talk about this is because not everybody means what they say. When people say follow your dreams, a lot of the times they follow it up with, yeah, follow your dreams. If you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, do everything that you got to do to get into that business because it pays well. But what about when you're an artist? What about if you're an actor or an aspiring artist, an aspiring singer-songwriter? You want to be in all these movies, you want to be casted, you want to make a career out of it, but there's no direct path that leads you to that career. It's not like being a lawyer or being a doctor. Yes, those industries take time and almost a decade of school, but it's a clear path, right? It guarantees that you will eventually make it and you'll have a solidified career for the next foreseeable future. But with being an actor and a singer or whatever, being in the entertainment business, there really is no clear path. A lot of the times it is who you know. It is about talent. And for those that don't have talent, it's about looks. It's superficial, but it is what it is. And there's a lot of things that go against you. A lot of the odds are against you when you're trying to get into that industry. And I mentioned the arts because I'm an actor myself. I've been acting, not professionally, but I tried to get into the business when I was in my early 20s. COVID kind of took a big toll on me. To make a long story short, I had a lot of plans made for me. I was planning on moving to LA, actually, when I was 22. And COVID happened when I was 22. And a lot of the stuff that I had planned out in LA, I had gotten casted for an independent short film. It wasn't a big project or anything, but the fact that it was casted in LA, I also had a meeting with a potential agency out in LA. So I was looking at apartments and planning to move my life over to the West Coast and follow my dreams. When COVID happened, I never got reached out to by my agent or the potential agent that I was going to meet with. I got an email from the casting producer and the director from the short film that I got casted in, and they just said that it was going to get shut down. And to this day, it never saw the light of day. So I had to pretty much accept the fact that I was going to have to start over. And if I love this enough, am I willing to start completely over? I had to get new headshots done because I had gained a lot of weight from COVID. I'm a very bad, stressful, emotional eater. So I gained a ton of weight and I did not look like anything of my headshots prior to that. So I got new headshots taken. I had my resume updated. Everything was ready to go. I never pursued it. I think the idea of having everything taken away from me because of COVID, having all my future stuff that I had planned out in LA be taken away, I was so ready to leave Florida. And unfortunately, I couldn't do that. I lost my job because of obviously COVID. Everybody kind of lost their jobs. I was forced to move back in with my parents, and I did not want to do that. I'm not saying my family was not good at raising me, but there was a lot of childhood trauma that I did not want to move back into. And as an adult, that can take a toll on you and put you back in a child state mentality. And that's kind of where I was stuck at. So I had to really decide, okay, am I going to go for this or am I just going to have to start looking at other jobs? So I did because it's the safest thing to do. And I'm not trying to talk shit on Cubans in Miami. I know I'm sidetracking here, but before anybody asks me in the comments, why didn't you? Like, what was the reason why you never pursued your career in acting and anything else? Honestly, I gotta be honest with you, Cubans in Miami are not the most supportive when it comes to the arts industry. A lot of the times Cubans will tell you, yes, do what you want, go after your career. But the Miamians, they know what you know what I'm talking about. If you were raised in Miami and you're Cuban, you know exactly what I mean by they're not the most supportive when it comes to alternative lifestyles. And a lot of them kept telling me, bro, you gotta make money, morir de hambre, you're gonna starve, this and that. It's just, Cubans can be very good at persuading you to do what they think you should do. And I did. I went into the corporate space. I worked different jobs trying to see which one would land, which one I felt comfortable with. And this is why I think your sole purpose, your passion, you can't ignore it. It's gonna come back to bite you in the ass. And let me explain that. I know for myself, I tried working all these normal corporate jobs. I tried to be in the legal field. That didn't work. I tried to be in the medical field and start working for like a dentist's office. That didn't work. Pretty much no job that I got, I was happy with. I kept thinking about, oh my God, is this my future? Is this what I'm gonna have to be doing for the rest of my life? Hell no. And I'm not saying I'm the most talented guy in the world, but I think I have enough talent in me to really tell a story, whether it be from making a movie or making music. But I'm just an artist and I have a lot of, I don't wanna say talent because that sounds so cocky, but I have a lot of ideas and I have a lot of things in here in my heart that I need to put out into the world artistically. And I just don't see myself working behind a desk. I don't see myself working the normal corporate jobs. I don't. And I tried doing that and it did not bring me any happiness. And I think when you have a passion, it's easy for those who don't have a passion. And I envy those. I envy people who don't have a passion because y'all can go into any job and you'll kill it. It doesn't matter if you want to be an attorney, that takes time and a lot of studying, but you'll do it because you don't have a passion. You just want to make money, right? So you'll go to law school and you'll endure all the bullshit that comes with law school just to make sure you have a good career. You want to be a doctor? That's a decade worth of school, but you don't have a passion. So you're going to dive all in. When you do have a passion and you ignore it, that's what I mean by it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. You're never going to be fulfilled. I know for me, aside from the fact that I have ADHD and it's hard for me to focus on something that I'm not really interested in, I think the majority of the public can't pursue a type of job that requires years of school if it's not really something you want to do. Especially if you do have a passion and that passion happens to be in the arts, it happens to be somewhere else. If you ignore your passion, the older you get, you're gonna notice yourself being severely depressed. You're gonna have severe anxiety about the future and what your future is gonna look like because you're not aligned with who you should be. And for me, being an actor is something that I've loved ever since I was a kid. I've had that dream forever. Since I was a kid, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. But growing up in the environment that I was raised in, you hear a lot of outside voices telling you, no, you're gonna die of starvation. If you do that, the struggling artist lifestyle is not for everyone. Are you sure you could do it? And it's hard. It's hard to be surrounded by that growing up because you can't help it. You just can't help it. But at this age, I'm about to be 28 years old, and honestly, I'm glad I chose it. I'm glad I chose this path, and I'm on my journey right now. And music was something that came a little bit later. I've always wanted to be an artist, but again, it was something that I didn't think I had it in me to really go for. I started acting when I was 20 years old, and I think taking acting classes and really putting myself through all that made me feel more confident. I think when you put yourself through classes and training with professionals, you tend to feel more inspired. You feel more confident because you're learning. I never took music classes. I never took vocal coaching. And I think that's probably why my confidence was never built in music. But now at this age, music saved me. I'm not going to lie. The last year was a lot for me. And my mental state was not good. My mind went to a lot of dark places. So I'm at a place now where I'm confident enough to try new things. I'm trying the music thing. I'm going to see where it takes me. But acting, that's in the works. I'm working really hard towards my goal and I want to get casted in something. I don't care if it's an independent project or a feature film. I don't care. I just want to tell stories and that's my passion and I'm sticking to it. So if you're watching this video and you feel lost and you're not sure where you want to go or where you're going to end up, just look at yourself in the mirror and think, what is it that I'm good at? Find a way to monetize what you're good at. Whether it's being on social media, you want to be a YouTuber or content creator, go for it. Start posting your videos. You want to be a musician, a singer-songwriter, go for it. Start recording yourself. Start posting covers. Post them on YouTube. See where that takes you. You want to be a filmmaker. You want to be an actor. Make short films at home. It doesn't have to be the best quality. I'm starting to write something right now and it's not going to be the best quality. I live alone. I have like maybe 3 cameras that I can set up in different angles. And it's something I'm gonna do by myself. Sometimes you gotta put the shitty work out there just to be noticed. If you wanna get discovered, put the shitty work out there. Your talent will speak volumes through the camera regardless. So yeah, I hope if you take anything away from this video, it's to follow your dreams, no matter what that might be, even if it's not in the entertainment industry, whatever it might be, you wanna be an attorney, a doctor, go for it. Don't let anyone try to derail you or make you feel like it's too hard. Are you sure you can do it? Are you sure this is actually something you can really do? Yes, you can. If you want to and you want it that bad, you can do it. Don't worry about the timing. Don't worry about how long it's gonna take. And oh my God, I'm gonna be 30 soon. I'm gonna be 40 and I have to start making money. Get a job in the meantime, I will say. Get a job, whether it's a waiter, a bartender, or if you have a normal 9 to 5 as an administrative assistant, work, make some money so you can pay your bills, but never stop going for your passion. Being an artist is hard. The reason why they call it the struggling life of an artist is because you're not gonna get paid right away. So make sure if you're in your late 20s or early 30s and you wanna pursue that, get a job. Doesn't matter what job. Like I said, work at a restaurant, bartending, Uber Eats, an administrative position where you make maybe 20 bucks an hour. Something is better than nothing. And then work on your craft. I believe in you and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for all of us. I will catch you on the next video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be posting every Friday.